that in the year 24-25, we launched a few major reports, let's say in the quantum of 4 to 5, from the perspective of your performance measurement and your portfolio management. Amongst that, the very important and a crucial one is closing balances, which you would be able to navigate from advanced report section in the menu and the subsection or the submenu closing balance report. So this report is similar to mark-to-market report. However, we have presented this in a summary. This is your closing stock for whatever till date that you select. Also over here, you could also select or choose which exchanges rate that you would want to compare your amount invested with. Also, a step ahead, if you are someone who is a arbitrager or a speculator, and if you have any invested or open positions of your trading portfolios under stock in trade, you can also select your holding type over here and view a separate report of your stock in trade. So once I run the report, such a presentation will be made available to you, wherein we give you your asset name at the very left hand side. Over here, if you had bought, let's say, Action Construction thrice, you would be able to see date of purchases 3 times, along with your quantity, your price, your amount invested, and compared with the market value for that. So this is a very crucial report for somebody reconciliating your closing stock or your closing inventory. And you can also quickly come around with the negative stock if you have any, like I have for NMDC over here. And at the very end, we have given you a grand total for the entire invested amount. So this grand total is segment wise. So if I click on back, I can select which section I want to view my closing stock for or my closing balances. So if you select mutual fund, it will show you for mutual fund. If you select FNO, it will show you for derivatives. So this is how it shows up for mutual funds. And if you want to see your open position for derivatives, this is how it shows up for derivatives. Just a quick heads up, to run these reports till date, you'll have to also run the bow copies. Once you do that, your price will be updated inside this report. Coming on to the second one, we have also launched a report called Top Holdings. So many of the users had come across a question or a dilemma that how do we compare our maximum position that we have in the market as of date out of the 100 scripts that we have invested into. So we were able to come around with a universal requirement and we were able to also draw down a universal solution to that. So this report gives you a detailed breakdown of your top 5 holdings per asset that you own amongst your multiple scripts that you own within those asset classes. So let's assume that I have 100 scripts invested in equities market and I only want to see where my maximum saturation is standing as of today. This report will show you that these many are the 5 stocks where your maximum allocation of your amount has been. So these are the stocks where your maximum open wide market wide positions are. Same goes for others assets as well. If you have multiple positions opened up in derivatives, it will show you multiple positions crunched down into top 5 positions. Same for mutual funds, same for MCX, same for Forex, same for bonds. And the other one that we have come up with a report called sector allocation. Just a quick heads up, when I tag my report as sector allocation, I am referring my sectors which we have referred from BSE's exchange website. So if BSE or Bombay Stock Exchange website denotes Reliance tagged under a sector called refinery, I would be also showing you refinery because my data is directly pulled from BSE's website. Though Reliance is a conglomerate today, we have to rely on what the exchange is providing as a sector. So in output of stock buy, we have filters drawn down for you. You can first of all select your date where you want to see your valuation. You can select your category of your investment type. You can also drill down to the selected industry. Let us say that I have invested in multiple industries, but I only want to see where my allocation is made for aerospace and defense, I can only select aerospace. So it will only show me a filtered down report for only aerospace stocks. So you can also view the report as per script wise. You can also view the report as per sector. So this is a very crunch down report for only aerospace industry. So within aerospace industry, I only have one investment in one company called Garden Reach Shipbuilders Engineers, and this is my holding. If I go back, I'll untick the selected industry filter. I'll select sector-wise allocation report and run the report. So this is how my sector-wise allocation comes up in summary. So this will not give you a drill down report of each company owned within those sectors. For that, you'll have to go back and select the sector-wise filter option. This is a very summary or in crux that where have you invested in the markets. So you have 50 units or 50 shares owned under industrial minerals as a sector. This is the amount invested out of your entire amount of your AUM. Zero point 0.4 is your weightage for industrial minerals, and BSE valuation is 15,706. At the very end, we also give your amount invested and your comparable amount of your market valuation. If the same report I want to see in detail with a drill down option of your scripts, we can come over here, filter out the script wise option and run the report again. So this will give you a very detailed insights that where you're owning your scripts. So from here, you can see I have invested in auto components equipments, and this is the script that I'm owning under auto components and equipments. And in software consultancy, I have these many scripts invested under, and that's my grand total for computers or software consultancy as a sector. So just a analytical perspective for you to understand if you want to churn around from one sector to another, this would be a very helpful report for you. And the other report that we have come up with is called Contract Note Summary Report. So a lot of people came up to us and asked us that it's very difficult for them to navigate to reports, click on financial ledgers, go under general ledgers, tick mark the ledger that they want to see for the brokers. In case if they have multiple brokers, it's very cumbersome to tick mark all the brokers at once and rerun the reports multiple times. To crunch down on the efforts, we have come up with this universal solution called Contract Note Summary Report. Let's assume that if you have multiple brokers, let's say that Angel One and take XYZ. So it's a very helpful and very effortless report for people who reconcile their broker's financial ledger in a go. So if you have, multiple brokers traded for that particular trade date, you can see in just one view that as of 11th of October, I have traded in Angel One. I've also traded